I love All Are Welcome, ELW 641, just one of my favorites of all time. Marty Haugen, we know him, he's the composer, and he was raised in, I'm going to tell you all this, raised in the ALC, got his BA from Luther, but found his first job in a Catholic church, and it was about the same time that they were undergoing profound liturgical and musical changes after Vatican II, and then he got his MA also at a Catholic university. Well, we've talked about ISIL, remember? They're the International Commission of English in the Liturgy. It's the group of bishops that meet to try to make the English language translatable from Latin. Well, okay, here's the scoop. The Liturgy of the Hours is a published book waiting to be revised for years. And it's the 5 prayers of the day. You have morning, daytime, evening, night. Everything's 15 to 20 minutes, and there's a hymn with it. Okay. Well, the group, ISIL, just reviewed all the hymns to go with this text. And under review, they base it on 6 categories, and one of them is communion. And an example would be they want the song to not show that after consecration, it's still bread and wine. It needs to be body and the blood. You know what I mean? Okay, so hymn writers, they are bound to communicate all this, and it's hard, to keep it all together. The conundrum is, a hymn needs to be relevant to the congregation. Inclusive language is very acceptable, but you can't just sing straight from Latin. So somebody's got to make it all come together. Well, the start of why all this stuff happened, as in 2020 wasn't enough with COVID, right? December just of 2020, they gave the stamp on this new Liturgy of the Hours, and they said, do not include All Are Welcome. And by the way, it was also sung as a installation song with a cardinal. Okay, anyway. Here's their justification, and I'm not sure I get it all. The liturgy takes place mystically in the heavenly sanctuary. All are welcome at the liturgy are those truly seeking salvation through Jesus Christ and understanding God's will. Well, therefore, people who have little interest in doing God's will don't fit the liturgy. By their own choosing, they're going to suffer in hell for all in eternity and are not welcome as unbelievers. Well, we know that nothing could be farther from the truth. Come, you're welcome. We will, whatever. Well, Haugen's publisher, GIA, explained the complexities of the ecosystem of liturgical music. Okay, he said first, you have a composer and a writer who create it. You have the publishers who include it in the hymnals. You have the bishops, and especially those who have their own publishing houses, have to grant approval. And then you have the musicians and the cantors who play these compositions and lead the congregation. There's dialogue between all of them. More drama. The document stamped for approval in 2020 was intended for a quiet rollout between the bishops. What happened? The media got a hold of it. And because of that uproar, this project had been on the back burner for 8 years. So when it was finally stamped done and the grand announcement, everyone went, whoa. Well, my guess is the hymn is still golden. And when revisions actually come for a hymnal in the Catholic Church, they're just going to change a phrase, and it's going to be a wonderful hymn as it is now and will be then. But do we have to wait 8 years to prove that? Let us build a house where love can dwell, and all will safely live. A place where saints and children tell how hearts learn to forgive, built of hopes and dreams and visions, rock of faith and vault of grace. Here the love of Christ shall end divisions. All are welcome, all are welcome, all are welcome in this place. Let us build a house where all are named, their songs and visions heard, and loved and treasured, taught and claimed as words within the word, built of tears